Okay, I'm going to be very bad and share what was, I should say, an ongoing joke between me and a coworker of mine at my day job, Frank. We have a very similar sense of humor, and let's just say that I confided in him. He didn't know anybody. He didn't know any of the people, so I felt it was pretty safe to confide in him, and it wouldn't hurt anybody. And so for a while, the whole banana thing, the video that I did with the banana, he saw that. I didn't even think about how it ties together with the joke that he and I were playing with bananas. After I confided to him about what happened with bartender, we were on a regular basis bringing up the subject of bananas and sizes of bananas and which ones were appropriate or which ones were the right size. So yes, when he saw the video, he's like, it all just came back, I guess. So, but it's funny. It's one more element to that thing. I think it might be a good thing that I'm finally trying. I don't know, seeing a little bit of the humor in this whole thing. I mean, everything else has been just like toxic to me. I have a real hard time getting past hurt. And I guess the fact that I was able to delete some of the videos and the fact that I managed to put together one that wasn't me ranting at the camera. Maybe there's hope for me. I hope so. I try to look at it like this, what did I lose? I lost people that I thought were friends that maybe weren't friends, and I don't know. I guess time will tell with that, but I guess if I can lose them over being depressed, then maybe it's not. I don't want to say anything else about that. It's like time will tell. But really, I lost a bar. I lost being able to go to a place where my friends are, and that's and the theater. But again, I feel like I helped them clean out the theater. That was like a couple of weeks of really hard work and really disgusting work. I remember just being buried in we had to scrape all this white chalky stuff from the bathroom walls and ceiling, and it was everywhere. It was in my hair and on my face, and I was breathing this stuff. I don't know. I'm like, I hope this isn't going to kill me one day, but yeah, it was horrible. I at one point crawled under the stage and to clean it out, and came up too soon and got a nail in my head and or in my scalp. I got poked in it. It did not feel very good to be impaled on my scalp. But anyway, it was a lot of work. Scrubbing and mopping the rows between the seats, and dusting the walls, and painting the walls, and painting the ceilings, and touching up the paint on all the chairs. It was a lot of work, and that's the hard thing for me to get past too, is I was one of several people that really gave my all to that theater, and I was there every weekend for almost, without exception, every show for 3 seasons, and I lost that because of my depression, and that really hurts, because I feel like whatever, I don't want to go back down there. It's done, it's over with. It's like, this whole thing has made me realize who my friends are, and it's hurt me to have to find out people that I really liked and thought of as really wonderful people, and oh my gosh, they liked me. I don't know. But I've said it before in my other videos, sometimes I think it's better to be by yourself. I put a lot of effort into friendships, like the guy I took care of. I put a lot of effort into that friendship and into caring for that person. And it's a chunk of my life. I had 16 years with a man that I thought loved me. Well, at least 10 years. I thought he loved me. The last 6, it wasn't so obvious, or it didn't seem to be the case. And then three years with somebody who I thought was my friend. And that's the strangest thing about that is it was a friendship. It's like, how come I got to have the worst of everything? I was a friend as long as the times were really bad and really difficult, and then when times got better, I wasn't anymore. I didn't get to have that friend for the fun times and the good times, and that sucks too. So it's really kind of like, okay, I gotta just get past all the bad stuff, the people that I miss, and the things that I thought were real that weren't real. And I'm hoping in the end that I'll come out of this a better person and a stronger person. And I hope that in the end I'll find out who my friends really are. Maybe I'll learn a few things about friendship. One thing I know is I've learned a great deal about what I don't want to ever be. And I would never want to be somebody who cheats. I never cheated on my husband. I went 6 years in a marriage where I loved him, but he didn't love me, or at least he didn't know if he did. He didn't act like it. He never told me he did. If I asked him, do you love me? He'd say, I don't know. And it was very sad. It was very hard on me to I got into theater just so I could be around people, and honestly, these people that I met in theater were nicer to me than my husband. And that's when I started getting this feeling like nobody can love me because I'm married. I'll never have any hope of anyone ever loving me as long as I'm married. So I felt like I was trapped, like I had no way to ever be loved or know what it feels like to be loved because I was married. But I never even, the thought never crossed my mind about cheating on Mark. I never, even when I was still married to him and I started developing feelings for this other guy, I never, well, it's not like there was a choice. I mean, this other guy had absolutely zero interest. I wasn't even there as far as he's concerned. I didn't exist. It wasn't until he found out I was in love with him that I suddenly existed. Interestingly enough, that was when he said, from now on, everything's going to be different. And it was like a switch, like he turned a switch and suddenly we were friends. Anyway, whatever. I would never, I don't cheat on people. I wouldn't have cheated on Mark ever. I loved him. I had a real hard time I couldn't let go of that marriage. It wasn't until I was able to find out that I could love somebody else. So I guess that's the positive for running into this guy that I fell in love with. He helped me get away from a marriage that was squashing me. Why is this suddenly serious? I was wanting to tell a funny story about bananas and it got all serious all of a sudden, so. Okay, well, I'm done now. I'm going to turn the camera off before it gets any more serious. I have to find this stupid off switch.